Hey, it's Van Ondi, and you're listening to Best Week Ever. This is the podcast where we break down everything that made this week amazing. Big stories, small wins, and those unforgettable moments that made us go, whoa, what a week. Each week, I bring on some incredible guests to chat about what's happening, share their stories, and help us figure out who's absolutely crushing it. And, of course, who's having the worst week ever. Because let's be honest, we all love a little bit of drama. So if you're here for the buzz, the laughs, and maybe a little tea, you're in the right place. New episodes drop every Friday. Follow now, and let's make this your best week ever. Best Week Ever podcast. I am your host, Van, and as always, I have a lovely guest, a returning guest, a friend of the pod. I am so happy to have her on. It's Hannah A. Brown. How are we doing today?
Good. How are you? I'm so happy to be back.
I am so great for you to be back. And can you, right off the top, let my listeners know where they can find you, where they can listen to Not Aspirational, which has been very inspiring for me. You know how much I love your podcast, especially with the guests that you've been inviting. The tarot reader girl, like instant follow.
Oh my God. Thank you so much, Erin Bagwell. Shout out to that queen. Love her down. Thank you so much for listening. And thank you for having me. Y'all can follow me at Hannah Aaron Brown on Instagram and TikTok. That's HannahAARON Hannah A. Ron Brown. And then my podcast, is called Not Aspirational. I describe it as a mix of pop culture and lifestyle. It's like going to brunch with a friend where one second you're trauma dumping and the next second you're talking about Summer House. So if that sounds like your vibe, check it out wherever you get your pods.
And as always, it's summertime. We're having fun. And I love I love to follow you because you are aspirational. You give me that incentive to keep going and also looking hot because it's hot girl summer every summer for us.
Oh my God, Van, you're going to make me cry. That's so nice. Thank you so much. It's my honor.
I am so excited to talk about pop culture with you.
Me too.
Let's get right to it. Worst week ever topics. You said you have your worst week ever winner. I'll go first with my worst week ever honorable mention. And that is to Diane Sawyer, who has a legacy of widely debating with her most problematic moments centering around highly aggressive victim blaming interview tactics. I know she just came off of an interview with Olivia Rodrigo. And honestly, I became very Reese Witherspoon from Legally Blonde. Like, we don't even love you anymore, because I am still in the mindset of the 2003 Britney Spears interview.
I knew it. Same.
Where she was interrogating her aggressively, grilling Britney Spears on national television,
making her cry,
making her cry and questioning her shopping habits and asserting that she was in the wrong for breaking Timberlake's heart. So when I did see this interview with her and Olivia Rodrigo, I was like, I'm watching you.
Yeah. She's on our list. I feel like for us millennial women's, we're just like, Diane, don't piss me off. I mean, like, if she hasn't changed her tune 20-something years later after that Britney interview and she's pulling the same shit with Olivia Rodrigo, we're going to have a real problem.
A real problem. And I know I've only seen a clip. Olivia Rodrigo posted it. It's from Good Morning America. And it's basically, we're going to be talking about it later on my best week ever. Diane Sawyer was talking about how she's super excited for her to collab with Stevie Nicks and hoping that she has a landslide moment, like collab with her. But yeah, Diane Sawyer, ever since that whole aftermath with framing Britney Spears, viewers and Spears herself condemned the interview. And there's also been other controversial moments with her and Katie Couric's memoir. Going There, journalist Katie Couric heavily criticized Sawyer's 2003 interview with Whitney Houston, labeling it as exploitive tactic to secure sensational contact. And yeah, I just feel like she is one of those women who tear down other women. And as a former journalist, we are totally not down with that.
No way. I mean, like, it is so interesting to see how, like, journalists from that time, like women journalists from that time, I feel like in the 80s and the 90s, I'm sure they felt some pressure from their male counterparts to be like hard-nosed and like get in there and like get the moment and get the story. But also it's like, girlies, times have changed. We don't need to be doing that anymore. Like, I would say Diane Sawyer and Barbara Walters, I think, are the two guiltiest parties of just asking the most fucked up questions to people, and like the judgment in their voice and like the smugness with which they ask those questions. It's really hard to watch now.
Super hard to watch. And I know Olivia Rodrigo is really knowledgeable in her history, so I hope she's ready to give it back to her if she were to go that route, you know?
Hell yeah. I love that.
My worst week ever runner up, it is a personal note. I live in Santa Cruz and we have a Santa Cruz Mob, which is a museum of art and history. And they are facing county instituting significant budget cuts, including eliminating funds to the Arts Council for Santa Cruz County and slashing the Mob's funding in half. This represents the lowest funding amount we've ever received from the county in 30 years. And these are critical funds supporting our outreach, programming, and maintenance efforts at Evergreen Cemetery and Davenport Jail. Two locations that the MA is putting more dedicated resources into than ever before. We need to demonstrate that access to arts and culture is important to the people of Santa Cruz County. The MA is a place that this community needs and is worth fighting for. I love the location downtown because it's next to the Abbott Square where like you get to buy to eat, you get a drink, families, music, it's always there. Ahead of the County Board of Supervisors budget meeting on June 24th, we encourage you to contact your supervisor and share why continued investment in the arts matter to you. Personal stories and community voices can make a meaningful difference. And there are two ways to take action. Contact your county supervisor directly by phone or email, submit a public comment by the board supervisors, and more info will be on the show notes. And together we can demonstrate the arts, culture, and community are essential to the vitality of Santa Cruz County. I moved to Santa Cruz. It's going to be 15 years this next year. And one of the reasons why I love this town so much is because of how artful it is, how freeing it is. I am the black sheep in my family. I was born and raised in New Jersey, but in my heart, I was in California.
Oh my gosh, I think of you as such a California girl. That's so funny.
I honestly, that is such a compliment when people are like, "Oh, are you from Santa Cruz? Were you born and raised?" And I'm like, "No, but thank you because I am chill."
Yes, exactly. You have that like cool, like laid back beach girl vibe.
Thank you. And yeah, I've been saying how I like go to California. I'm going to visit California. I'm going to live in California. And I guess I manifested and lied to myself so hard that I got myself here.
Hell
So
yeah. I love
I
it.
just wanted to put a highlight out there if you guys are into arts and also like check out your local community and see if you can like help out funding, help out volunteering. It's super huge right now in a moment where like budgets are being cut and I said it from the beginning like arts and just like culture is
Mhm.
the first thing to go, especially like education as well.
Which is so devastating because it's like these are the times where we need those things the most. I mean, art inspires people, it allows us to connect. It's such a beautiful way to build community. And so it's like so heartbreaking that, yeah, that those are the organizations that lose funding first. So we got to fight for them.
Especially when, like I said, you're from Chicago, I'm from New Jersey, like, we gravitated towards, like, the West Coast because we are performers at heart. I love
Yeah.
how you are in the LA community. I love your acting, by the way. I've been
Thank you.
following, supporting you all the way, and
Thank
I just
you.
love how in your latest episode you were saying how you're just more vocal about like, "Yes, I'm an actress. I have a podcast and I'm doing this and that." And it's like, yeah, you should be proud because this is the reason why we moved all the way out here, you know?
Thank you. It's true. And yeah, I think that's what's so beautiful about the culture of like just like this part of California, like Southern California. Wait, Santa Cruz is in Southern California, right?
No, we're in the North Bay Area.
Whatever. California in general though has
Yeah.
because the Bay also has such a huge it's such a huge arts hub too. And
Yeah.
I feel like this whole coast has such an appreciation for the arts. And I feel like I love Chicago so much, but I did feel like in the suburbs especially, I felt like it was sort of treated like a hobby that I wanted to like do creative things professionally. And I think that's what's so beautiful about the West Coast is it really fosters that creativity and sort of plants the seed that you can do whatever you want with it. It could be a hobby or it could be a career, and like the sky's the limit.
Yeah, very much so. I know Chicago's a city. I went to college in New York City for film, and it's like we put in the dedication to get our asses here, you know?
100%. I was like, no, I fuck winter. I'm getting my ass to LA as soon as I can.
Well, worst week ever winner. Who is on your worst week ever in pop culture this week?
My worst week ever winner is gonna be Anne Hathaway, and here's why. She just announced her pregnancy, which I am so happy about, and I, as someone who's in my mid-30s and have just now started thinking about having kids, I'm, like, so happy to see representation of these, like, beautiful, accomplished women in their 40s having kids. I think that's amazing. The reason I think she's having the worst week ever is because fucking Dumois spoiled her pregnancy announcement, like, posted it the exact same second that she did, if not moments before. And I'm sorry. I know that Anne Hathaway, I'm sure she is an elegant, sophisticated enough woman that this wouldn't fuck her up. But when I tell you that would have been my villain origin story, if fucking Dumois ruined my pregnancy announcement, I would have a mental breakdown.
Also TMZ, because
Them too?
they captured her at the beach a few days before she
Oh,
officially announced it,
and she's like
and
popping now. Like she's got a belly. She's obviously pregnant.
it was kind of invading too. It took me back to, like, early 2000s where, like,
Yes.
we see Cameron Diaz, like, smoking a joint with Drew Barrymore at the beach.
Yeah.
It's like in their downtime, she was with her family, like, she has 2 kids, which, by the way, I did not know that Anne Hathaway already had 2 prior kids. Like, I've been calling her mother when she was already a mother.
I literally had no idea. But I also think that's so classic Anne, and I mean, this it's a lot of celebrities, but I think it's so classic Anne to just, like, let the work speak for itself, and her private life is, like, very private. Like, we don't really know much about her outside of what she's promoting, and she's done, like, 10 movies in the last year.
That is so true, and she's also I don't know if you read Yesteryear. I just came off reading that book this past spring. It is I I loved it. I know people have their, like, thoughts about it because it's very, like, Ballerina Farm. I took it as, like, Ruby Frankie, like,
Okay.
levels of, like, motherhood and parenting,
Is it, like,
and
dark? Is it, like, true crimey?
it's kinda dark, but, like, I'm so spiteful that I was actually loving what she was getting handed to her. I don't wanna, like, spoil anything,
Okay.
but she is supposed to be producing I think she's going to star in it as well, so when I saw her pregnancy, I was like and she's dressed all in white. It's very, like, from the book Yesteryear. I was like, "Wait, is she pulling with us? Like, is she" and then I had to, like, do research, and that's when I found out that TMZ kinda, like, already outed her, but I didn't know about the Demois part.
No, I mean, it makes me so angry. I'm like, because something like, I mean, I think celebrity gossip, I mean, I take part in it. So, like, who the fuck am I? But I think something as sensitive and personal as a pregnancy or like marriage, like things that are like these big life milestones, I just think everyone should have respect for them. Call me old
Yeah.
fashioned.
But I was one of the people that was like, "Wait, this is probably not real. I don't think she's having a real baby. I think she's trying to announce, like, the movie that she's working on," and then egg on my face.
Well, you really never know. I mean, you truly never know in this day and age between AI and publicity stunts
Yeah,
and the fact that Anne Hathaway is in a million different movies that drop a new trailer every day of the week. You really just never know.
it's so true. Worst week ever winner for me is actually the passing of James Burrows, the legendary
Oh,
director of Cheers and Friends. And of course, we just came off the season 3 of The Comeback with Lisa Kudrow, and he
yeah.
died at the age of 85. I love Cheers. I did a binge watch when I was pregnant because I had hypermesis, and all I can do was like throw up, eat saltine crackers, and watch Golden Girls and
Oh,
Cheers and
I mean,
Girlfriends.
those are the most comforting. You picked like a holy trifecta of the most comforting shows on the planet.
It makes a lot of sense why my daughter is the way she is because she was in that belly just, like, belly laughing with me on
Oh,
those
I love it.
TV shows. But, yeah, he did Big Bang Theory, Will& and Grace, and, with great sadness, they have lost him 50 years of just of his career, winning 11 Emmy Awards, 5 Director Guilds of America awards, and he is one of my favorite characters in The Comeback because I think that is he's playing himself. He's portraying a character act obviously, but I honestly thought the way that he moved and was in that show, I was like, "Oh, no, that's who he is to a T." But
Mhm.
yeah, he's given us so much, and I mean, he's worked with Two Broke Girls, and obviously, I mentioned Lisa Kudrow. She said, "Thank you, Jimmy." I mean, for everything, and just so many great people that he's surrounded with, especially friends. You know, just so many shows that he's worked with, and I'm just grateful that we had such a great legend like him, graced in my time period.
Mhm. I know so many memorable performances and shows and episodes, that were yeah, that he was behind. I mean, it really does I feel so lucky as a millennial to have grown up during a time where, like, there was just so much great comedic TV, and, like, I also think even the way those shows are, like the way they're shot, the way they're lit, like, it's just, like, we don't have TV like that anymore, and I would say, like, Two Broke Girls and Big Bang Theory are probably, like, the most recent examples, and they feel kind of 90s in essence, but I think that's just, like, his stamp on them, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I yearn for a 5 camera studio set
Mm,
comedy show. Like, that is what I wanted to work in. Like, when
mhm.
I was young, I always wanted to work in the behind the scenes levels, and I don't know if you watched The Comeback. Have you finished the whole
Oh,
entire season?
I haven't finished season 3 yet, but I love it.
I'm I'm all the way up to the last episode because I'm saving it.
Yeah, totally.
I was so depressed the other day and I was like, "No, I'm too sad for this. Like, I need to just save it for, like, a really good rainy day because I know it's with the AI and the writing room right now being cut in half, I mean, we are striking all the time for SAG. It's upsetting to see where we have come, like, where we're at right now when we were in
Mhm.
the precipice of just, like, glam when it came to TV in the early 2000s.
I know, it was like everyone was at the top of their game from the writers to the showrunners to the actors in it. It's like, what a beautiful time.
I remember when, TV actors were being snubbed for actually going towards cinema. Like, I'm thinking of Jennifer Aniston when she made that move into movie screens. Everyone was, like, kinda, like, snubbing her in Hollywood just because
Yeah,
it wasn't the norm back then, and nowadays, we see reality TV stars, like, being the new celebs and, appearing in movies. I'm thinking of Paige DeSorbo in The Devil Wears Prada.
totally. I mean, it's like as for me as someone who moved to LA to do acting like professionally, it's like so wild because yeah, like the 90s track for an actor doesn't exist anymore where it's like in the 90s you had like commercial actors and you had your TV actors and you had your movie actors and it was like very hard to jump from TV acting to movie acting like you said. And now it's like celebrities are doing commercials, movie stars are dying to do TV. And so it kind of feels like the same people get to do everything. And it reminds me of like when boomer parents are like, by your age, I had a house. It's like, well, the economy was different when you were my age. And that's how I feel about this industry, where it's like, I couldn't do now what like some of my favorite actors did as far as their like trajectory. And so I don't know. I can't think about it too hard or I'll get sad. But yeah, it's a mind fuck for sure.
No, it is. I think about, like, soap opera, like, Sarah Michelle Gellar was
Yeah.
a soap opera girl, like, yeah, just so even that department itself thrives in its own and, like, little that we know is, like, n not m most of them, like, get out of that department to go into
Yeah.
commercials and whatnot, but
Yeah.
yeah, times have definitely changed, and that's why it's on my worst week ever because he is one of the long-lasting legends that gave us on television,
Yeah.
but
What an icon.
truly. Best week ever topics, guys. I'm gonna let you go first with best week ever. Who is having the best week ever in pop culture this week?
Okay, this is my number 1 best week ever person, right? That's what you're asking
Yeah,
for? Okay,
yeah.
cool. I'm gonna say, and I'm a couple episodes behind, but I'm gonna stand 10 toes down on this, Soul from Love Island, and here's why. I think Sincere and Melanie fucking deserve each other. And I'm happy for Soul that after being bullied by that entire fucking island for the most part, and by those duds of men, that she could pack up her shit and get her phone back and see how everyone on TikTok is rallying around her because I thought the way she was treated on that island was such bullshit. And it's to the point where like my husband Jake is like, I can't even watch this anymore because the guys are pissing me off so much. Like, I gotta go.
Dude, every time I see Sincere go like this, he's about to lie.
I He is making me so mad. And, like, I just felt like Soul from the jump, like, saw through a lot of bullshit and also, like, knew what show she was on. And it's like, you guys, like, don't slut shame her for wanting to, like, have a chat with a few people. Like, you've all been so committed from 5 minutes into getting here, and it's, like, kind of fucking boring. I will keep watching, but it's like, don't make people feel bad for, like, actually doing what you're supposed to do on this show.
Yeah, I mean, she's a bombshell. That's what a bombshell does. She shakes things up. She's gonna get some of the girls pissed. But what really like grinded my gears were knowing the aftermath because like we don't get the full picture. We only get like an hour and a half,
Mhm.
sometimes maybe just an hour of like 2 days of filming with the whole entire cast. She was saying that she pulled KC for chats. And every time she would do that, Anaya would just like creep and break it up. And we didn't get to see that. There is inner workings happening with these couples where they're like locking down because they're being so calculated of wanting to win like the vote of best couple. And
Right.
that's why I was so happy to hear Ariana say, please. I don't know if you saw last night's episode. She was like,
No.
explore these connections because we're tired of
Good.
it. We need you guys to actually, like, get yourself out there, like, talk to these boys. We're giving you 12 men because we're so tired of you ladies coupling with these men that deserve to explore too. I know Casey got a lot of flack for just talking to Soul, and it's like, but that's what you're supposed to do in Love Island. It's not Couples Island, it's Love Island.
Totally. 100%. And I feel like that's also annoying because I didn't realize that Anaya was kind of sabotaging him talking to Soul. That's like a bummer because like I really want to like root for Casey and Anaya. Like I think when they're cute together, they're really cute together. Like when they wrote each other letters, I was like, oh, that's sweet. And I was happy that they like got through that whole challenge slash like elimination. But it is like respectfully, like very Gen Z to be like, we're gonna go on Love Island, but like we're gonna be like as pure as possible about it. And I'm like, well, that's not the show that we want to watch. Sorry.
It's not, and, like, the boys are really getting me angry. I feel like there's
Hmm.
sort of a I don't know if you watch Love Island UK, there's a red pill propaganda going on with the men.
What?
Yes,
I
of
don't
just,
watch
like,
UK.
oh, the
I
connections
hear it's
there.
the
I
best.
It is the best. I mean, like, there was a couple season back, I think it was, like, with the PPG group in USA where I was like, "Oh my god, USA is giving more than UK." Like, they do have some
Hmm.
flop seasons, but this season is really I'm loving it because it just shows how double standard the men are when it comes to, like, women actually exploring, and I feel that a lot with Zach, and it makes sense because he is from that UK era.
Uh-huh. Zach really pisses me off. Like, I think
Yeah.
he's such just like a wimp. Like, he gets so upset about stupid shit. And again, it's like, you don't know what show you're on, and your big brother should have fucking told you. And if you can't handle the heat, get off the island.
Yeah, no, it's so true because the little comments I'm sorry, I hate a jealous man that
Mm,
comments and says it's a joke when he's being so fucking serious.
100%. It
He's like,
gives
"I'm
me the
just
ick.
joking. I'm just joking." And it's like, "Ew, Kata, please. I want you to get the ick."
I know, I'm begging. Also, like, it's always so interesting. I fucking love Love Island season because also the way that TikTok, like, digs shit up about these people is crazy. It's like, maybe Kata was, like, a huge bully in high school, so people were mad at her, but then people found out that she punched someone for being racist, so now people, like, are like, "JK, we love Kata." And then everyone's, like, unearthing that, like, Melanie used to be a plus-size model, and everyone's like, "Well, that's why she's so jealous of other women in the house." And I'm like, she was a baddie then. She annoys me now, but, like, physically, she was a baddie then, she's a baddie now. And I'm just like, people are wild. I'm happy to be on the ride.
I am so happy. And like, I don't know if you saw right now, worst week ever to the production. Again, I said this when the show started because we had a little mishap with another girl saying the N word. And now we have Alana, who is a bombshell, like one of the Casa girls who was found out that she not only said the N word and wrote the N word, but this was literally months ago. It's like very
What?
recent. Yes.
I haven't met Alana yet, but I've seen her name circulating on social media, and now I know why.
Yeah, it's pretty bad. I mean, I am I know a lot of people they tuned in last night and they were like, "Why isn't she gone yet?" And I'm like, we're a day behind. Like Fiji, they're in the future. I'm pretty sure she's like getting the tap while she's sleeping in the middle of the night right now to pack her bags."
Yeah, well, there was that girl last season who, like, was with Nick, and then it was like, "And
Yeah.
she's gone." No, she's like, "Okay, bye."
Yeah, I feel like there's like a hall of fame of all the girls who got kicked out. Well, men
Mhm.
too, just for their past behavior.
I know. It's really wild. I'm like, you could ask an intern to, like, go on Twitter and, like, look shit up. It's, like, not that hard to, like, look at someone's digital footprint and, like, look up certain keywords and be like, "Did they ever use that keyword on the internet?" And they just don't, and then this keeps happening, and now there's that TikTok trend that's like, "I did this, and now I could never be on Love Island." Because it's
Wait,
like
no,
you're
I didn't see that yet.
I've seen people, specifically, I feel like I've seen people post, like, problematic costumes they wore as children and be like, "I could never be on Love Island now," like, stuff like that, where it's like because they're always gonna dig your shit up, you know? And I'm like, wouldn't you think if you were going on the show, you would want to clean up your own digital footprint and just, like, make sure that you didn't do anything? Because like, people are gonna fucking find it.
They're gonna find it because we're now moving past Gen Z, we're getting more Gen Alpha now, and I don't know if, like, my cousins are just different, but they're just so not online like that, like we were as millennials, just like, with our oh my god, I would be kicked out from my away messages alone. 'Cause
Oh my god, we were just idiots with computers who just wanted to, like, post every single thought that popped into our brains with, like, reckless abandon, and, yeah, it's a problem. It's a real problem.
Yeah, but yeah, we're seeing like a conservative vibe with this cast, with them being locked down and just like trying to be so pure, like you said. And this is not that's not what Love Island is for. But yes, check out UK just because the women they just explore more out there. They're okay with taking them to the hideaway for a chat. Like no one's gonna have a meltdown over it, you know?
I love that because 'cause I've heard my friend who watches UK was telling me yesterday, she's like, Love Island USA, they, like, make out earlier, like, within the first night, they were all, like, having an orgy, making out, like, in that door challenge in the first episode, but she's like, "UK takes their time more, like, they'll like, the first night, they're like, 'Oh, he's quite fit, like, I think he's really cute,'" um, but then, like, long term, it's messier because they do explore more. That's what I've heard.
Yeah, no, my favorite right now is Ellie because she's been having the worst time since the beginning of her entering that villa, but her crash outs right now, where she's like, "Stupid man," like, it's Maura Higgins 2.0.
Great, she sounds like a relatable queen.
Yes.
I love her.
Besides her besides her foundation, I'm just like, she's one of those gals who, like, when they're getting ready to be tanned, so they, like, already have the foundation ready when their tan face is there,
Oh
but it
my
hasn't
god.
gone there yet, you know?
So it just looks insane. It's like
Yeah,
she's
it
wearing,
really
like, a
does.
mask. That's
And she
wild.
and she's gorgeous without the makeup, like, during the day when she's just bare, I'm like, "Ah, you look so much better without it," but that's just me, I don't wanna judge a girl's makeup, you know?
No, totally, but I get what you're saying.
Best week ever honorable mention for me is Next Gen NYC, guys, season 2. It premieres this week, which you know that I'm going to promote my Patreon. I recapped season 1 last year, so if you'd like to go on the Patreon and subscribe, please do so you can get ready for season 2 and you can listen to past episodes of me recapping season 1. I had a lot of fun recapping season 1, so I'm super excited for this cast, especially Charlie,
Oh,
to see what's going to happen in season 2. I know you are watching right now. We have some newbies in the mix. Who are you mostly looking forward to have their comeback on season 2?
ooh, okay, so someone who was already on season 1 who's coming back?
Yeah.
I will say, like, Charlie is a problematic fave of mine. I think he's hilarious to watch. And also, similarly, what's her name? Georgie, what's her name?
Oh, Georgina? Was it
Georgina,
Georgina?
the one who doesn't wash her hands. I just they're both like two train wrecks that I just can't stop watching, and so I'm excited to see what shenanigans they get into this season. What about you?
I'm super excited for Riley and obviously Ariana. Ariana's not with Hunter anymore, which they're back together now. I'm pretty sure they're going to start filming in a couple months after this season 2 ends. But I was really upset that Dylan, Charlie's old roommate, is not going to be on season 2 and he was like my eye candy for that
I
show.
know, I know. It's always a bummer when like your favorite cast member doesn't get asked back. It's like when you go to a restaurant and they like took your favorite thing off the menu and it feels like a personal attack. You're like, why'd you do that?
Yeah, I still wanna know if he pops in, I hope so, I just wanna see him in the background, and yeah, everyone's looking forward for Charlie to have his comeback because I wanna know what happened in that apartment. that case is still going on, I think, to this day. I think his buddy's in jail for kidnapping and
It's
holding
really
him
crazy.
in the apartment, like and they were all just hanging out while he was holding this guy ransom.
No, it's really terrifying and crazy.
I need
We
to
need
know
to
the
know
story.
more.
But that is one of my, best week honorable mentions. My best week ever winner, guys, you already know what it is, and it's Olivia Rodrigo launching
Mm.
music festival Daisy Chain Fields. It's an all-female lineup featuring Bikini Kill, which you guys know I love Catherine Hanna. She is my favorite rock star out there. Her memoir really was my favorite memoir of last year. I highly recommend you guys checking that out. Chapel Roan is gonna be on there, Doechii, Stevie Nicks, Mitski, and more, like Cat's Eye. I'm hoping there's more added to the list. I
Oh,
know,
yeah.
Rachel Chinchuri's on there too, so I'm hoping that Almeda is going to be included as well, and, I know I've signed up for presale tickets. I think all of the proceeds are going towards let me look this up real quick. I think they're going to, like, women's rights, women's, like, Planned
Oh.
Parenthood, like, she is really giving it to the girls who really deserve it, and I know I had Dara from What's Your Issue a
Mhm.
couple months ago, this was in March, where I put it out there in the universe where I was like, "I just have this vision," and guys, I'm doing tarot right now, so I feel like my intuitiveness is really in kicking a notch. I feel like I have good intuition, but my delivery is messy, and that's why I'm doing tarot right now, but I did say months ago where I had this vision of Olivia Rodrigo just getting the girls together because her appreciation for music just shows in her lyrics, it shows in her album, especially
That's
this
so
album.
crazy. That's really cool.
And, like, just inspiration from Lilith Fair, you know, we really
Yeah.
do need a new Lilith Fair. I hope Sheryl Crow is part of it too. I know she added Sarah McLachlan in there, but I cannot wait. I hope it's televised. I hope I'll pay for a televised and let those proceeds go for it too, you
That's a
know?
cool idea. Yeah, like, if
Kinda
you
like
can pay to
Coachella.
stream. Yeah, yeah, I love that
Yeah.
idea.
I hope that she can make it broad for the ones that can't make it. Because like, $250 for a general admission, I get it, but, like,
In this economy?
I don't have it right now. Yeah.
No, I don't either. I just bought new swimsuits for the summer the other day, and, like, I just put together, like, an Abercrombie cart of, like, 5 swimsuits, and the amount I spent on, like, 5 swimsuits is disgusting, and it's just, like, scraps of fabric, and that was hard enough, so it's, like, all that to say, I don't have $250 for a concert ticket right now, but I think the idea is very cool, and I think Olivia Rodrigo is such a cool young person. She gives me hope for the future.
She really does. I wish I had this album when I had my first heartbreak at 20.
Mhm.
She really does a rundown of, like, what you go through as a late teen, early 20s woman who is in love, but still wanting to be independently herself and doesn't wanna codependently be clinging on to her relationship. She doesn't want to be defined by her relationship. And it just really does a great play by play of following in love, doubting yourself as a person in that relationship, trying your hardest to make this relationship work when you know deep down that it is time to have like a break. Like people grow, especially in your 20s. People move. We have different futures, you know. I think about, like, my first heartbreak at 20 where we were just, like it wasn't there anymore, and I was just holding on so tight for something that didn't exist. It was just, like, a fleeting moment that you can't recreate,
Right.
and Olivia really does a great job of just singing her feelings and also letting you know that this will pass and you will be evolved, just like in
Mhm.
Expectations is, like, my favorite song because it's her about ending the breakup. She's single now. She's putting herself out there, but she's not gonna kiss any boy that's passive, you know what I mean? And she's talking
Right.
about this guy she's dating who is a loser, and she's like, "I wanna be more evolved. I got big expectations." And that's what every young woman feels like when they're out of a breakup. It's like, "Yeah, I went through that, and it was like a stepping stone of learning in life, you know,
Mhm.
and I'm ready to become the woman that I wanna become, and Olivia just, like, perfectly has done that in this album.
Yeah, I really appreciate that she really isn't afraid to, like, go there and be vulnerable with us while also showing that, like, 2 truths can coexist. Like, you can be vulnerable, you can be heartbroken, you can be going through something, but that doesn't make you weak, that doesn't mean that it has to define you, that it's something that you can always, like, work through. And to see her move through that creatively is, really cool, and yeah, I'm really happy that obviously we get to listen to her music and also that, like, young women get to listen to her music. Because I mean, it's like you're saying with your first breakup, it's like music is truly the way that we all feel so much less alone in our experiences because you can feel so isolated and be like, no one else knows how this feels, especially when you're in like high school and college. And so it's really meaningful to have artists who say the things that are in your head and you can be like, oh my God, at least this one person in the world gets it.
Yeah, and I'm putting this out there in the universe right now, guys, because I know it's kinda like Ariana Grande's past album. She doesn't really wanna go back to it because it's like she's singing about a heartbreak, her divorce, you know? So,
Hmm.
Eternal Sunshine, I can tell that she doesn't want to sing those songs anymore because she doesn't really, like, she doesn't feel that same way, and I can see Olivia Rodrigo with this album. She did say she felt a little cringe, playing it over again because that was a time where she was, like, in a heartbreak and, like, it was a time and place where she's not in right now, and I'm putting this out in the universe that she does her 4th album as a reflection of herself, kinda like Michelle Branch, and I
Hmm.
hope that they collab together.
Be
Another one that should
beautiful.
be on that lineup for Lilith Fair.
I've missed her for so long because her music was so impactful to me as a kid, and it's like,
Yeah.
yeah, where is she? We need her back.
Let her work with Dan Nigro in the studio, Michelle Branch and Olivia Rodrigo, because
Please.
that
It's
would
what
be
we all
gold.
deserve. It would be a cultural reset in a time where we could really use where we could really use one.
Yeah, you're
Yeah.
completely right. So let's hope and that in the next album, we get a Michelle Branch kind of reflection of Olivia Rodrigo.
Hell yeah. We're putting it out there into the universe.
We're now at the end of my show where I ask my guests what their favorite song is from the past, early 2000s. The last time you were here, you had Nicki Minaj, Arcade Fire, and Naked and Famous. And I'm super excited because you're bringing in a classic. You're bringing
Uh-huh.
in a legend. It is Levels by Avicii,
Yep.
RIP. Please tell me, where were you when you first heard this song and why is it your favorite?
Oh, I was probably in, like, the basement of a fraternity. Like, as a millennial woman who went to college from 2009 to 2013, um, probably somewhere on campus, but to this day, it's, like, a song that, like, instantly hypes me, like, could wake me out of a coma, and, like, it just I can't be in a bad mood when that song is on, and obviously, like, RIP to Avicii, that fucking legend. But I'm so, so grateful that his legacy lives on with all of his music, but especially that song because it is like an instant serotonin boost for me.
Oh my god, it takes me back to college as well, Rutgers days when I would go to the parties, and listening to that song still gives me goosebumps. I mean, Black Eyed Peas, "Tonight We're Gonna Have a Good Night" gives me
Amazing.
goosebumps to this day.
Yeah. Yes.
But it's like that was a time for us when we were alive, we were young, and we had great club music, and Avicii was one of them.
No, truly, like, it wouldn't have been I like, hold my college experience in such high regard because I made some of my best friends in college, and I had such a great time, and I just those songs, like, being the soundtrack to those years just feels so right and so magical, and, like, I'm really on a soapbox right now about Gen Z and why they're all miserable and, like, how much I worry about them, but that's, like, the subject for another day, but, like, I will say, I'm like, there's something to be said for the fact that, like, the culture of the early 2010s and this isn't I don't think this was our doing as millennials, I think we just got lucky, but, like, the culture was that, like, recession pop, like, "No, we're probably not gonna be able to get a job out of college, so, like, let's listen to great music, let's play, like, Edward Forty Hands, let's, like, stay up a little too late and take a bunch of photos," and just, like, fun max, like, all the fucking time, and, like, it was even though we all, like, binge drank a ton, and I'm not saying that that's good for you, but, like, I saw a video on TikTok today of, like, Dina and Snooki in 2010, like, dancing to I think it might have been Levels, like, at a random bar, like, wasted in New Jersey, and I was like, "But those memories, like, there's something to be said for those memories being, like, so special."
We
you
were
know?
so free and we were authentic. Like, we were
Yes.
genuine in our feelings, and I feel like that's what Gen Z is lacking. I know there's been so many articles because statistics have shown that Gen Z, like, holds back on their true feelings, and it's like,
Mhm.
"So you're numb?" Like, that's what you're telling
Right.
us. You're
And
numb.
and we get judged for how much alcohol we consumed in 2009, but I'm like, "But drunkenly crying at a party to your friend over a guy who, like, is at the party and is ignoring you, that's a cathartic experience." Like, at least you're releasing those emotions to someone you trust, and, like, those conversations can bring you closer together to your peers. So I'm not saying we should need alcohol to do it, but I am saying as a millennial, like, there was something to some of the shit that we pulled in 2010, you know?
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
I It really shows in their movies today, like, what this generation is seeing. I'm like, "Ugh, I grew up with so much rom-com, and that's why I live in a rom-com life."
Literally, it's like I've been chasing my rom-com fantasy since I was, like, 5 years old and watching movies that I was definitely too young for, and, like, I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I'm gonna end it on this note since we are talking about rom-coms.
Yes.
I don't know if you saw voicemails for Isabel yet?
I did, and fun
Oh my god.
fact, my husband is friends with Leah, the writer-director's husband, and they're a lovely couple, and I'm so happy to see that the movie's doing so well.
I am so happy that she's bringing rom-coms back. I mean, like, I've been asking for this for years now, but, like,
Mhm,
I think we're finally getting that rolling, and
mhm.
that movie is really like, it really scratched an itch for me.
100%, and I think, like, it's such a great case for why we need women writing and directing and storytelling because the fact that, like, everyone I know is, like, going nuts for this movie and, like, TikTok, like, it clearly just resonated with so many of us, and I hope that it, I don't know, paves the way for other, like, new filmmakers and writers to, like, get shit made and funded because people fucking loved it, and it was great. It was such a fun yeah, it scratched a nostalgic itch for sure.
And it also it's such a great soundtrack. I think with every
Excellent.
rom-com, like, we need Olivia Dean is giving us such great rom-com music. I mean,
Mm,
Olivia Rodrigo with this Breakup album, it's just like we're almost there.
totally, and I think, like, in this climate where we're all, rightfully so, so upset about bigger things in the world, I think finding levity and having content that can just be like a cozy escape and just make us happy and elicit those feelings of joy and hope are, like, so important. So it's like, Netflix, whoever, if you're listening, we want more.
And, thank you so much for joining me this week. I'm so excited for your upcoming endeavors. As always, I'm gonna be there supporting you, and as always, you guys can find her on the show notes, but can you please let my listeners know once again where they can find you?
Yes, thank you so much for having me. This was so, so fun. Y'all can follow me at Hannah Aaron Brown on Instagram and TikTok. Hannah Aaron, Aaron is spelled like a boy, Aaron, Brown. And then my podcast is called Not Aspirational. So feel free to check that out if you like what you heard.
And as always, guys, you can check us out on Patreon. Please sign up to get the recaps of season 2 of Gen NYC and also subscribe on YouTube so you can watch this whole entire video. I am trying my best to put those graphics out there. It is summertime, and my daughter is clinging on to me this summer, and I don't blame her. We're having a lot of fun, you know? It's just
Love
like
it.
my creativity is actually taking a step back until she's back to school in August. But please follow us on YouTube and please rate and review both of our podcasts 5 stars. It really helps us achieve us more creatively. And as always, I
Yes.
hope you guys are having a best week ever. Bye, guys.
Bye.